If you ask loud and clear about someone's favorite jam variety, the answer unanimously, in my opinion, would be mixed fruit jam. But this one is especially for those who choose a mango over mixed fruit. Hey guys, this is Varun Inamdar and welcome to Rajshri Food. For the fresh homemade mango jam, of course, I'm going to use fresh mango pulp. For this, I've used roughly a kilo of fresh Alphonso mangoes. All you need to do is wash them nicely, you need to press them with your thumb, and you need to extract the fresh pulp. You can wash the stone, you can wash the seed, and you can remove as much as pulp as you can. Just ensure that the mangoes are not of a fibrous variety, because in the jam you do not want the fiber, because that is something that is not going to cook. Now, keeping this pulp aside, the specialty of any jam is basically the inclusion of an ingredient called pectin. Now, pectin as a chemical composition is naturally available in fruits like apples, pears and apricots. Apples being universal, I'm going to use apples with the skin. Well, you can also use papayas because those are also universally available, but with papaya, the jam kind of gets a little bit of the taste of papaya. Apples being neutral, I prefer those. I'm going to use it with the skin. What happens with the skin of the red apple is that the jam, the color rather of the jam gets a little more intense. The next step is to grind this into a fine paste or puree. Let's check the paste. Well, this one is nice and fine, and that's exactly how we want it. Let's transfer this in a cast iron or a non-stick pan. The apples need to be ground in an absolute fine paste because you do not want the skin to be coming in your mouth while you eat the jam. Let's turn the flame on and add in the mango pulp or puree. The apples in a jam recipe or pectin in any jam recipe make all the difference. Otherwise, it is nothing but reduced juice or pulp or compote. Let's mix this. And while we are mixing this, we also need to add in sugar. Basically, jams are nothing but fruit preserves, and to preserve it, you need to preserve them in sugar. So do not shy away from adding in the sugar because this is mandatory. While making jam, the question would be how much sugar to fruit. Age-old recipes say sugar is generally half the quantity of the fruit pulp. But mangoes being an absolute sweet fruit, you may require not more than 1/3 of sugar. We need to cook this pulp continuously on medium flame and also keep stirring so that the jam doesn't stick to the bottom or the sides of the pan. While doing this, we're also going to add in another ingredient which also has a lot of pectin, and that is lemon. Pectin is available in high quantities in citrus fruits, and that's the reason why you do not add extra added pectin while making orange marmalade, because oranges are citrus fruits. Well, let's increase the quantity of mango in this and let's add in some diced mangoes. This is technically known as the cheek of a mango, and what I'm cutting this into is a cut of mango known as a hedgehog. So all you need to do is score it lengthwise, turn it around and score it again, and then push it from the bottom like so. So this is also known as a hedgehog, but we don't need this, we need the dices this time. So I'm going to scoop it out. It's important to add diced mangoes at this stage because you want the mangoes to also cook from within, because this is eventually a preserve and you do not want half-cooked mangoes. Stir it well, and at this stage now you can increase the flame. It's been 10 minutes, and if you see, this mixture is nicely bubbling on high flame, and that's exactly how you need to keep stirring and reducing. Well, at this stage you will also see some scum rising at the top. Do not remove it at this stage because the quantity of jam will get lesser. I've been constantly stirring this for roughly half an hour, which is 30 minutes. And if you're not comfortable doing this on high flame, you can reduce the flame, of course. You can do it on a medium flame. The only thing is the cooking time from half an hour will possibly increase to an hour. Keep scraping this constantly and ensure that it does not stick to the bottom of the pan or even the sides for that matter. If you're using a sugar thermometer, you need to reach 105 degrees Celsius on the thermometer. If you're not, then I will show you a plate test, which is as simple as this. You reduce the flame, take a drop of this jam, which is nice and hot, and you drop it on the plate. You tilt the saucer at an angle, and this is called a saucer test. If you do not see an under trail of water or liquid under the jam, which means your jam is now cooked to 105 degrees. So this is the step when I'm going to remove this, give it one final stir, and off goes the flame. The mangoes have also cooked right within, and that's exactly how we want it. Keep scraping for another 2 minutes and allow this to cool completely at room temperature. The next step, of course, is bottling the jam. For that, you need to use a clean sterilized glass jar, and you need to transfer the jam at room temperature in the glass jar. Keep the cap open, keep the lid open, and once it comes down completely to room temperature, or cool for that matter, you need to then cap it. It stays perfectly well in the refrigerator for over a year. It's been around 15 minutes and the jam has relatively lowered in temperature. It's not exactly come down to room temperature, it's slightly warm, but I feel this is the perfect stage to start bottling it. Do not attempt to start bottling it once it completely becomes cold, because then it'll become absolutely like a jam in a bottle, and then the bottling may become difficult. After this, you need to lightly tap it and place it to completely come down to room temperature. Do not cap the bottle at this stage, because with the water droplets, your jam keeping quality may suffer. So this one is for all you mango jam lovers. Do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to Rajshri Food. This is Varun signing off.